Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Crypto Talks. Today we are here with Nodo from MetaViu, and we are going to talk about an interesting, from my point of view, a very interesting, from my point of view, topic today, because in some ways it reminds me of the old time of marketing, and I'm always happy to speak about innovative ways to do marketing. And as you know, we are from iBooster. iBooster is a marketing company, and we are always focused on bringing new ideas, new strategies, new tools, and new way to advertise. And this is the topic of today, of this episode. We speak about the new way of advertising in the metaverse, and you know what many people think, that metaverse maybe right now could be not so full of people. There are some negative opinions around the world of the metaverse, but we are here to explain why could be the next way of advertising. And I'm happy to have here Nodo, that he has founded a company on the advertising metaverse. So I think that he has many reasons to think about that the metaverse could be the next frontier of the advertising. And I would like to not to wait anymore to introduce you, Nodo. So welcome, and thank you for accepting our invite to speak today with us and our audience. And so please introduce to our audience and people of the marketing, the crypto, how you would like and how you see MetaViu and this industry in the next future.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Federico and iBooster for inviting me. It's always amazing to highlight the upcoming trends, even though if it might be long-term play. And I will be happy to share all my ideas regarding this new advertising medium, which is kind of burning and happening in front of our eyes. As you mentioned, I'm the founder of the MetaViu, the largest advertising network in the leading metaverse platforms. We help the brands to enter the Web3 space together with our amazing partners. Together with iBooster, we will be explaining, educating, and showing brands all the amazing features of metaverse activations, marketing, and brand experience building in those new mediums. But first of all, before I start, I wanted to define the what people say. Some people always say metaverses. So I would kind of compare, because metaverses in the plural doesn't exist, right? So metaverse is whole new universe, and there are the platforms like Sandbox, Decentraland, Otherside, Roblox, Fortnite, which altogether are one big metaverse, right? So if we talk about internet in the Web2 space, now Web3 space internet, we can call overall metaverse, and those platforms are combining the metaverse, right? Because sometimes people always confuse this word, and I wanted to point out right away. And I feel the same way when we were in the beginning of 21st century, right? Many people were looking internet as a funny joke, and people even were sending that, why do I need the email address? My mailing guy is coming every day at my house, right? Or why do we need the social network? Or why do we need these interactions or web pages, right? So in the beginning, every time when some innovation is coming, we always get the laughs from the people's faces. But at the end of the day, then we try and we prove that this thing's gonna be changing, right? And why this new medium of advertising will be very useful for the brands, and why it's not a hoax. And even though at this moment we don't have too much of the users, around 600 million people are using all the metaverse platforms, both decentralized and centralized ones. It's very small number, but it's growing. And we all are used to Web2 advertising channels, right? We already using lots of digital advertising options, and people, our customer bases for our brands, already used to many different kind of advertising options. And metaverse platforms enable brands to create additional immersive experiences to their users, which will enable additional user engagement, making users to have the wow effect, and creating new way of communicating with your customer base, right? So it opens totally new opportunities to brands to innovate, experience, and engage more with their users. And we already have many more examples from the brands who are already starting experimenting in this space. And everybody says it's too early, but we need to pave the way, educate everybody what to do, because in this space, what's difficult is that at this moment still it's very difficult to understand all the terms, all the slangs which we are using. So what we are trying actively is that simplifying process for the brands to try out new things in this new medium channel. So yeah, like I would love to then later on share some cases, but we can discuss. So, and together with iBooster, our main goal is to showcase and educate brands first time, because it's said in this space there are lots of people, lots of scammers, lots of spammers, but always it's very difficult for the brands to choose the trusted companies and start experimenting with them, right? So yeah, I would love to go even deeper in this topic and explain with couple very cool case studies what brands should be looking from the metaverse activations and advertising.
Yeah, totally agree, and you touched some crucial points related to the scammers that for us is a huge problem and is an issue.
Yes.
But it's a reality. It's a reality because
yes, we should say.
we have met a lot of companies and people that before joining us as a client, as a customer, have met some scammer that have just sell the last version of the social media boost with fake profiles and fake communities. And this is our problem, okay? Because we are here, and your company and my company, we are here and we have experience in the field, and we came from past experience in the marketing. So we know how a marketing strategy should be delivered to the market. And we know that there are no magic wands that could do the magic and starting and you are now a worldwide brand in a couple of seconds. You need to choose many instruments and to choose the right one. What I see here in speaking about the advertising in Metaverse is the same thing that I was seeing many years before when companies have started to do advertising on the internet. Okay, so internet was just another channel to engage users, engage a new kind of users. For example, targeting younger people or targeting some niche audience. Okay, that's not just a better or a different way to do advertising that could solve all the problems of a company. The companies have learned to do the traditional advertising, for example, the out-of-home advertising, and adding some more experience with the web advertising, because they understood that could be more trackable. They should decide where to be publishing and everything. And now I'm seeing the same issues to teach to the companies and to the people in the inside the companies that the metaverse is, I try to simplify, but more or less the same thing, because it's another channel, it's a different way to engage people, it's another way to go where the people is, where the gamers are playing the games, or other people is, enjoying and experimenting new way of socializing. Okay, we are all convinced that right now the metaverse is not the the crowded place that we would like to be, but it becomes day by day more populated, more used. There are many use cases and many apps that are developing the metaverse. So I think that a company that would like to find out a new way to advertise should take in consideration ways to advertise. And I would like to ask you, which could be an example or a case study of a campaign of advertising done in the metaverse, which could be the way, the budgeting, or example, the KPIs that the company could expect by advertising the metaverse?
Sure. So first of all, like I let it go back. Like when the digital advertising was starting, we were in the same stage. We didn't have too much of the analytics. Brands didn't know what to expect. They were just doing experiments, and now you know like how many analytical tools or CRM tools we have to track, to compare different advertising channels in Web2 space, and also optimize them. Even like lots of AI tools are used to optimize advertising solutions and etc. And now we are at the same stage with the metaverse advertising, right? So we shouldn't be expecting that brands will be jumping right away without any education part. So education is the biggest point at this moment, because brands don't know what to expect. Imagine like which platforms to choose. They don't have enough time to find out all the platforms, all the user base, what to expect from these campaigns, what analytics, what ROI they can get from this campaign, or are they gonna get brand awareness? Are they gonna connect to sales? And lots of questions are in the people of the head of marketing or owners of the businesses, right? And it's a time when everybody who we are involved in this space, we should be putting more and more time into education and enabling them to try out something, show results, even with small budgets. And after that, they will see all the benefits of the activation, right? And we are not like fully at this stage now that we have full immersive experiences, because we still need some technological progress of the VR headsets. Many people don't even own VR headsets. So right now, many people are even saying that metaverse most of the platforms are open through in the 2D atmosphere from the browser. But still, like I've seen faces of the people when they first time joined metaverse, had some interaction with the brand. They were so happy, taking picture, tagging the brand in different social channels. So I see this medium as even bringing your current customer base from the Web2 space to Web3 space, makes them to engage with the brand, and also brings them back into the Web2 space. So some people always get scared of this word metaverse, that we're gonna be living in the virtual spaces and we wouldn't take care of our physical lives. But I'm always saying that physical life is amazing, right? And if we will be able to bridge virtual and physical together, that's where brands will have all the touch points covered, both in physical and virtual worlds, right? Because Web2 advertising doesn't create any more excitement to the users. Everybody used to like ads, which is happening on the web pages, and sometimes I even don't notice them, right? But when you create something innovative, even as an example, Heineken's experience in Decentraland last year won for several medals in the Cannes Lions. So it means that creativity can be also done in these virtual spaces, and brands can try something as low as like $1,000 and as high and budgets can be then increasing, right? I always like recommend brands not to jump in right away and in untapped territory and try something with huge budgets, and they would be then disappointed. We have many cases like this. Some big brands opened some branches in leading metaverse platforms, and then they were like asking why nobody shows up, right? And brands should be also knowing the Web3 culture, how people operate there, because if in the Web2 space we just put up some offer and we expect everybody to click, in the Web3 space it's totally different. Community needs engagement, gamification, rewards for taking action on your advertisement or activity, right? And there are like so many cool examples we have. For example, some brands even go for not to using words like metaverse. They are using virtual word not to confuse people, or they even don't use word NFT. For example, like Startup Odyssey is amazing example how they seamlessly integrated NFTs into their loyalty programs. For example, California Motor Vehicle Registration, DMV, which is very traditional organization, just announced that they will be integrating blockchain and tokens to have car registrations on the blockchain. So even like Catholic Church is planning to open up their metaverse and create their NFT collection. So basically, like everybody is trying to embrace these solutions. And my biggest recommendation for the brands will be experiment carefully, experiment with the experts in this space so that you get the maximum results. For example, like last month, we had a couple brands, brand activations, one of the coffee brands from the physical life, very innovative one. We brought them in the Decentraland and they were so happy. Like they were engaging with the users. They were presenting physical coffee cups to the people who were playing and engaging with the coffee brand in the virtual place. And everybody was happy. They generated too much of the user generated content, even though in the metaverse, we're gonna be having like small amount of daily active users. It doesn't matter that we cannot onboard new people from the Web2 space, show them some experience, and then bring them in, back in Web physical world. Like, and these connections are amazing, real cases. So I would say, and my main recommendation for the brands will be, don't waste too much of the resources when you are trying first time. Have the exact results, what you're gonna reach. Either it will be brand awareness or it can be tied to some physical activity, and then try with small, and then when you see the results, go smoother. And quickly, I want to touch about the analytical part, which is most asked question from every brand and every company, even myself, when I want to advertise on the new medium. I want to know what I'm gonna get, right? Because I'm used to the robust analytical tools which we have in the Web2 space, like even Google Analytics, right? And here now in this space, these analytical tools are creating on the go. We are working in MetaViu actively together with our amazing analytical partners to provide same kind of analytics which they are used to in the Web2 space. We don't have like in the Web3 space gender analysis and this kind of like fancy stuff, but we have user blockchain and users wallet addresses, right? So we can check their interactions with the brands digital merchandise or their brands offerings, and we can analyze their wallet addresses and see which kind of people are interacting with the experience, right? Which we cannot do in the Web2 space. So even though we don't know names, email addresses, and etc., we have way more information because blockchain is very transparent, and you can have your customer base analyzed in very nice way without having any personal privacy policy issues. So yeah, like these tools are created in the process, and I can say that soon brands will be able to have same kind of robust analytics they are used to in the Web2 space.
Yeah, for sure. And what I can add to what you have perfectly explained is that right now, probably we are in the stage where some brands are, as you have said, trying to approach the media in this way and try to do some use cases and soft approach with this kind of new kind of advertising, because they need to understand also a different way of engagement for the users, because there's the blockchain. The blockchain is not related to data or not directly to collect data from the users, but maybe could be the users that give you their data, but you have to exchange with something else, with other values to convince them to give you their data. So I think that before to approach this kind of new way of advertising, the brands needs to understand better the different way how the people engage this kind of environments. Maybe in the future there will be other kind of metaverses that will be, KYC and you can collect data and everything. But right now we are now speaking about, what we like. So where the data are not so visible to the brands, and there is some adoption that still be done in the day by day. So what I see is that maybe startups in the field and the industry could be interested in doing a campaign, because the campaign itself, it's a marketing content. So because you see, as an early adopter, you can communicate that you are doing something very innovative, because it's you and a bunch of brands that are starting to create some use cases in the metaverse as an advertising, and you can be seen as as an early adopter. Other companies that, and for this reason that we have partners, so to teach the companies how this entire industry is funded on the blockchain, the cryptos, and how the business should be done, and to move from Web 2 to Web 3. I think that right now it's not for every brand or every kind of company. They firstly need to understand how to bring their audience, their own brand awareness from the Web 2 on the Web 3, because they need to pass from a sort of the Web 2 experience is not so a kind of experience, because you are not inside an environment or a digital environment, and you are just exchanging data between your website and my social profile. The metaverse is different. The metaverse is to be very very simple in my words, is a sort of virtual reality. So you are not navigating a website, you are inside a virtual place with your virtual avatar as a brand, with your virtual store, or as a user with your avatar. And this is completely different, because you can interact directly, you can buy things, you can share data or informations, you can do transactions, and this is completely different. So we are here, we are in Switzerland, you're from the other side of the ocean, but this is not the problem. But we are here to teach the people, and I like what you say, so not to we jump with completely inside the technology, because you first need to understand how to adapt your strategies, and how to before to grab data, how to adapt your strategy to the new way to bring your audience inside the metaverse. Because I think that before that people comes for themselves to the metaverse, is probably it's more easy to bring your actual customers, maybe some younger people or early adopters of the blockchain and the metaverse, and bring them with you in the metaverse.
Sure.
I don't know what you think about.
And basically, like, I want to go to the point that you mentioned. So not for every brand this new medium channel is suitable at this moment. And what we at MetaViu and iBooster are doing is that firstly we do the consultation and education, and if we see that for this brand it's suitable to use this new medium, then we pursue with most effective campaign which gonna suit them, right? Because, for example, I've seen many cases that this brand shouldn't be doing anything in this new medium at this moment, because there is no value out of it, right? If we see no value brand doing some activities there, we won't do it. And analytical part is also at this moment very well developed, because in the Web2 space you cannot look in people's wallets, right? And do the like very much. So here you have this opportunity without violating any privacy policy, because you don't know persons, you just have the blockchain data. And I quickly wanted to touch the different advertising options brands can be expecting working through us in this new medium channel. So basically, like, with as simple as digital out-of-home advertising in different metaverse platforms, which is the simplest one, and MetaViu has the largest network together with its amazing community members, up to the creating full-scale experiences. And I will define very quickly what it means. So even on the very simple digital outdoor billboards, you can have some gamification planned, right? So, and you can even run cross-platform campaigns. So users can be starting checking in some stuff in Sandbox, going in Decentraland, from Decentraland going in Roblox, and back forth. So you can create the whole user journey and make them experience different things. For example, you can like hide some presents, discounts in some of the billboards, give the coordinates to the avatars, and they will be able to run around, check them, take pictures, upload on its Facebook, Twitter, tag the brand. So Metaverse activations additionally gonna bring user-generated content on the Web2 space, which is the best option for the brands, because additionally from inside the what they gonna reach in the Metaverse, outside they are reaching on the other social platforms, right? It's all interconnected. And besides the simple billboards and gamification on the billboards, brands are able to have their digital merchandise, which can be wearables, clothing, branded ones with very cool things, which is like basically collection, right? It stays forever with the avatar. Like when brands are doing some promotion and giving away their hoodies or T-shirts or hats, they can be doing the same and are doing the same with the brands we are working with in the metaverse platforms like Decentraland. And this stays forever with your user. And additionally, since it's on the blockchain, this clothing, and it's basically NFT but 3D clothing, you can tie some utilities to them. For example, one of the company is providing real-time discounts to the wearable holders of their brand, but users have to play and engage with the brands to access this wearable, to point some to collect some points and convert them into those wearable, right? And brands can create loyalty wearables or NFTs. Brands can create gamified experiences, and there's like lots of ideas, right? But without like a deep consultation, what is brand looking for, there is no way like and no recommendation to jump into this space and do something. So I recommend everybody either from the European market to approach iBooster if you will have some questions. And education and consultation, it's one of the things which motivates us to bring in more brands into this space and make them experience this amazing opportunity. So yeah, that's like kind of wanted to quickly like discuss different advertising options. And at the end of the day, what excites me is that you can create this cross-platform campaigns, which is amazing, right?
It's
and
multi-channel.
Every platform is different. Yes.
Yeah, it's multi-channel. It's the old multi-channel that you have another channel more, but you need to understand how to drive people, because I think that Web3 is now consolidating the thing that the community around the brands is very important, because the metaverse and the advertising metaverse is more stronger and efficient if you have a strong community, because you can bring them everywhere, as it happened with the social media, where first comes out the communities online around the brands, the fun, the loyalties and everything. And in the first days of the 2008 with Facebook, all to give discounts and loyalty points to the people that follow the pages. More or less, the thing that the drivers are the same, but the experience is more immersive, is completely different, because it's deeper, because you just not have to follow a page or to like a content or to read or to see a video. You can interact with the brand, you can do things as just told. And this is very it's hard to achieve for a brand, because they need to have a loyal customer base. And for this reason, as you told, we are completely available for the companies and for managers and for everyone in key position in the marketing, and for the companies to understand better how they can drive this kind of effort through their communities. Or on the other hand, use this kind of tools to create a stronger community, because for maybe for many reasons they haven't worked too much on the community of people, but this is the time, because the marketing is going in this way. And I think that in the next year, brands that are not able to create a community and to leverage the community, there could be disadvantages. with the other brands and the competitors. And the metaverse could be
Sure.
a booster, and it's not just a jokes of words, but could be a booster for their community awareness, because you have the tool to interact daily with the people, and doing different kind of actions, and the advertising is just one piece of this interaction that you could have in the metaverse.
Yeah, and you can and brands can easily dedicate small percentage of their digital advertising budget as an experiment, and through this experiment, through this good education, they can really receive the results, right? So, and I wanted to quickly kind of tell different brand or company categories which are trying at this moment mostly like experimenting in this space, and most effectively using this new advertising medium. So those are fashion brands for sure, because it's like very much directed to them. Even like Nike and Adidas monetizing already very much. They have digital sales up to north of like millions. And they found a way how to digitalize it. So fashion brands are amazing opportunity, and we already have seen 2 seasons of Metaverse Fashion Week, which was happening cross-platform in Decentraland Spatial and other Metaverse platforms. So basically, it's a new way how avatars try to have fashion, and people are spending a lot of money to have nice clothing in the Metaverse platforms. It's funny, but even myself, I bought some stuff for my avatar. And second one is like beverage companies, and they also found a way how to create amazing experiences. Also, like we can
Gaming.
have car industry, gaming. Also, that's the best, and also like automobile and tech industry. And also, one important thing is like e-commerce, and especially itself, Amazon is embracing the NFTs and blockchain technology, Web3 technology. So, in my mind, e-commerce also will be next big thing, which will be utilizing these immersive experiences. And already, like many brands, experimenting with AR. So, with your phone, you can look around and in your room and check how things fit on you. And Metaverse is additional like new medium which e-commerce will be going in, and we will be like our shopping experience will be totally different before even if e-commerce came, right? When e-commerce came, our shopping experience totally changed, and now our e-commerce experience will be changing. So it's like a couple like kind of segments I want to highlight, and some other more are coming. We had some cases that some big banks came into the metaverse, opened the branches, but nothing happened because it was too early for them. So for some brands, it's too early. There is no market fit, but it will come. Metaverse advertising medium and overall these platforms are a bit like 2, 3, 4, 5 years long play, right? But even now, for some type of brands, it's very interesting to try out and get this like new people, and all the young generations are metaverse native, right? So everybody between 12 15 are playing in Roblox or any other metaverse platform. So yeah, it's the right move to target
it's
those
history
people.
repeating, because the same thing was with the social media. With social media, same thing. It's too early, as a brand, I would not open a page, or as small brands, I would not open a page on social media. It's just a waste of time because you use it to chat with friends. It's not a business way, okay? And 2-3 years, and small businesses, medium businesses, all have the page, the fan page on Facebook. So this is just a matter of time. And what I suggest to managers and companies, even if they aren't big brands, is to see the trends. So if you see a trend, so when Amazon, big brands, Starbucks or whatever is moving towards certain directions or certain media, it's better to start to taking a look, start to understand better what there is inside it, because maybe right now you don't need to move your company there, but for sure, right now you need to understand why they're moving there, because maybe in a couple of months or in a couple of years, maybe you cannot do any different, and you need to move with all your company in the metaverse, because maybe the market is completely crazy and the turnover, and you need to go in immediately. So better to understand right now, because as you told, now we have just some early adopters that are doing some
Yes.
they're trying and they're experimenting, and it's okay because they have enough budget to do such things. Maybe we are speaking in our audience to startups or medium businesses, not big brands, but this is a thing that you need to put on your next year marketing plan, and you need to understand right now how you can move it. And maybe, or probably, as you has suggested, try to do a little experiment with small budgets, but try to use it as the Bitcoin adoption or crypto adoption. You don't need to buy an entire Bitcoin to understand the transaction between wallet, but buy $100 of Bitcoin and share and use it, and try to understand how it is moved by wallets and your friends and everything. Because maybe in the future, should the money was on the block, will be on the blockchain, and you need to understand how the technology works. And the same thing is here. We're not telling to our audience that they are on late and they need to rush and to move right now. What we are saying is that we are available for all the audiences or the companies to do one-to-one meetings here in Lugano, in Switzerland, or remotely as they prefer, to understand better how can be integrated the metaverse in their communication, advertising, and marketing strategy.
That's our that's our main motivation. And I remember back in 2008, in 2009, many companies were not opening Facebook nice pages. Nobody was taking it serious. Even TikTok, most current experience. When the TikTok took off, every company was making laugh of it. Oh no, we're gonna make the TikTok page, no way. And now they are sponsoring all the influencers there, and most of the companies have their business pages in the TikTok, because in the beginning everybody was laughing that only young people use TikTok. Same kind of feedbacks are coming now, young people are using metaverse platforms, but now everybody is using TikTok. Everybody is killing time there, right? So some brands who jumped in earlier got the most of the benefits. And even now, even 20 years ago, digital advertising spend was so little. Everybody was putting ads in TV, digital out of home advertising, radio, and etc., or newspapers. And slowly this chunk began. Now brands even are putting as low as 1%, big brands, of their marketing budgets into the metaverse. But slowly this trend will be going in. And even if you are a startup or medium-sized business, as we mentioned, you can start with very low, right? Even with 10% of your marketing budget or even lower, and get the maximum results. And here you can use also some different growth hacking tools, because when you excite the users, it generates viral user-generated content, which gives you more outreach rather than you will be doing in the already oversaturated Web2 space and fighting with prices with other advertisers. So most of the Web2 advertising platforms now have auctions whose advertisement will be shown more, etc., and prices going up and up. So that's kind of seeing where we're going now, and we have so many examples. And what's cool now is that brands who have not tried anything, or startups or medium companies, we already have the case studies. So we already know with what works, what don't work. We are not fully jumping in untapped, unknown territory, right? That's why me and Federico always are welcome to do any type of education and guidance or whatever it's needing, right? So because if we don't educate each other in this space, these brands will be just trying, experimenting. Maybe they will have some bad experience and etc. Same case is happening in the digital advertising, right? So in the beginning, people were teaching another, sharing the experience. What we are doing right now, right? Sharing all the cases, all the experiences we have to enable more and more companies to try out this new advertising medium, since it's like new, interesting, and experimental. So
Oh yeah, sure. And I would like to close our live because we are 40 minutes, and I think that we have shared enough of arguments to to attract some attention of our audience. I would like to close with something that could be an issue, because right now companies that are doing advertising online have some issues related to maybe some fake traffic, fake users on the social media. A lot of bots online on Twitter and all social media are full of this kind of fake traffic and movement. One thing that brands should understand, that is no more related to huge number of audience but struggling for conversion, is better, and this is what I say related to the communities, more segmented audience, but of real people or real users, and bring them to interact. And this is the way that we intend as a metaverse, not a place full of fake people or fake users that no one do nothing related with that, but real people in the virtual space that could do things, as you told, buy things, share share clothes for the avatars and everything, and maybe attend to events, but are real people. And what
sure.
they do not understand, the brands do not understand, or maybe they don't know how to handle it, is that right now they can take the advantage to bring the real people to their community and nurture them. And the metaverse is a way to nurture them and to create a more loyal environment with a customer or potential customer. And
Yep.
uh, you know, uh, as you told, we are completely available after this live to speak with people and brands that have maybe some needs to go deeper, because in 40 minutes we cannot explain
Yeah.
everything related to the marketing, to the metaverse, to the technology, and the way to advertise in the metaverse. But we are available, and you can contact me, you can contact Nodo, you can contact iBooster or MetaViu or whatever, or you can comment behind this post on our social media profiles, and we'll set up and schedule a call, and we can go deeper, understanding your needs, your business, and what we can do and what the metaverse can do for your business and for your next development. So I would like to thank you, Nodo, and MetaViu to be to be a partner of us, because it's pretty interesting to find like-minded people and companies, and it's always a pleasure to work together. And secondly, to be here and to take your time in your morning in LA to explain to in this part of Europe how the metaverse works and how we can advertise in the metaverse. For today,
It's
it's
amazing.
all. I remember to everyone that this video will be entirely recorded on our YouTube and LinkedIn page on iBooster, and will be shared on all our social media, and probably also on MetaViu social media, so you can find every time. And if you have missed some points, you can rewatch anytime, anyway, no problem at all. So you do not have any excuse to not know how you can be
And
aware about the metaverse.
And quickly gonna kind of say last comment. First of all, thanks Federico for inviting me. And basically, like as Federico mentioned, if you will have any questions or if you would like to receive more case studies from us, just comment below the video or reach either me or Federico, and we will be sending you many case studies for different brands and different segments, so you can understand what to expect. So yeah, thanks a lot for inviting me, and would be happy to support anybody in education or guidance in this amazing space. So
yeah, sure.
thanks a lot.
Thank you, Nodo. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening for who is in Europe. You have a
Yeah.
nice day. So thank you very much. Bye bye. See you
You're
in the
welcome.
next episode. Bye bye.